Hello and welcome to Algebra 1, Chapter 2.7, and today we're going to discuss percent of change. So percent of change as a whole is just the percent a number has changed by, so gone up or down. You hear this a lot in the news when you hear about percent of change of the gas prices or percent of change of college tuition. And so how do they figure that? And there's really kind of two official ways to figure it. You can use a percent proportion. And so we have part over the base equals percent over 100. And if we think about this in terms of a score on an assignment or a score on the test, so let's say the assignment is out of 20 points and you get 15. So what over 100 would be your percent? And really you figure it out the same way you would figure out a percent. So we're looking at 75 over 100. Okay, and so the part that you got right over the whole thing, so that you can think of base as the whole, and it's the percent over 100. Another way to think about it is to use the percent equation. We still have part and base, or whole, but now we have percentage. So the way that these differ is percent is the actual percent, like that is 75%. Percentage, we would put in 0.75, so percentage needs to be in decimal form. And we always say anyway, when you put a percent into a problem, you change it into decimal form. So I did say there was three ways to figure out percent change. There's two official ways, and then there's my way. My way is, my formula, change over original. If I just want to find a percent change, okay, so this is just for what's the change of percent, we can do the change over the original. So what that looks like here, if I have an original value of 32 and a new value of 40, the change in those numbers is 8. The original price was 32. So my calculator, I'm just going to do 8 divided by 32, which is 0.25. And that then would be 25%. Okay? And is this an increase or a decrease? Well, this would be an increase since the number went up. Okay? So that's it. Change over original. So what's the change here? The change was 16. You can make it negative 16 if you want to. Then that would just be with your decrease. So 16 is my change. My original was 20. 16 over 20 is 0.8, which would be 80%, and this time it's a decrease. Or you can just say negative 80%, and there we go. Okay, so I definitely would have that equation written down. So the price a used bookstore pays to buy a book is $5. The store then sells the book for 28% above the price it pays for the book. What's the selling price of the book? So one great strategy when you are doing problems like this is you can do these two ways. You can do a two-step problem, which is what most people do. Okay, well, they're going to charge, when they sell the book, they're going to charge $5 plus they're going to charge 28% of that $5. And so you have to then figure out this number, which I think is 140. Yep, all right. So that's going to be 5 plus 140 to get 640 that they're going to charge for the book. So it's a two-step problem. One-step way is that they're going to charge you 100% of the book, plus they're going to charge you 28% of the book. So they're going to charge you a grand total of 128% of that book. Well, the book cost $5, so 128% of $5. So this is a one-step method. Multiply those, you get 640. So if that did make sense, we're going to look at some more. A meal for two at a restaurant costs $32.75. If the sales tax is 5%, what's the total price of the meal? So you're going to pay 100% of the meal, plus you're going to pay 5% tax. So you are going to pay 105% of the meal. Well, what's that? That's going to be 1.05 times the meal. So 1.05 times 32.75. Okay, and money, so we rounded 2 decimals, 34.39. There we go. So if you can do this one-step way, it really makes it easier. Otherwise, find what 5% would be and add it on. You're just doing a two-step method. So the last example for this video, dog toys on sale for 20% off the original price. If the original price is $3.80, what's the discount price? So the same thing is that we're going to pay 100% of the toy, but this time we're going to subtract 20%. So what percent are we paying? We're paying 80% of the toy. What does that look like? It looks like 0.8 times 380. So we're going to do 0.8 times 380 and get 304. That's what we're going to pay for the toy. All right, let me know if you have any questions. If not, I'll see you in class, and have a great day.